Welcome to Hit Tools USA. Today we will be introducing our high stability manual rebar cutter and bender, the 22RC16D4. In a moment, we'll explore how some new upgrades can help facilitate your rebar cutting and bending needs. Hi, I'm Richard, and today we'll be showing you how a common manual rebar cutter will be able to cut this half-inch piece of rebar, and how our new 22RC16D4 will help you achieve these type of cuts more reliably. Here is a traditional type rebar cutter and bender. I'm going to first open this unit, and now that the cutting cavity is open, we're going to place the rebar in here. Now notice that there is a little bit of play and slack in this cutting cavity. I'm going to first lock it in place. All right, now that the blades are engaged, you'll know that the cutting edges where the cutting stress is going to take place is all focused on these two edges. Additionally, the rebar is at a slight gentle offset. With that said, I believe you're now ready to see how our new rebar cutter can help you achieve cuts more reliably. This is our new 22RC16D4. We're going to specifically be introducing this new support cutting block right here. This new block will help you achieve rebar stabilization and reduce cutting stress on the two rebar cutter blades. I'm going to open up this tool and illustrate with a half-inch piece of rebar again. Now that we have it locked and loaded in here, you'll notice there's still a little bit of play, but that's perfectly normal, okay? Now that I pull the handle a little bit, engage it, you'll notice that this rebar still wants to tilt out, but now it's being stopped by this rebar cutter block, okay? Additionally, you'll notice that the rebar is now in a more perpendicular cutting position. When you're in a more perpendicular cutting position, the rebar can ensure, a straight cut, and it's a little less cutting stress on the two cutter blades. So if your blades have additional support on the rebar and less cutting stress on the cutter blades, then your blades will be able to last much, much longer. So this is especially important if you're cutting higher tensile strength rebar, such as rebar rated at 60,000 PSI. Now we move on to rebar bending. As you can see here, the 22RC16D4 has a much wider roller. This helps you achieve bending rebar into a wider arc. Now before we illustrate this, we're going to first show you a traditional bender over here. The traditional bender has a smaller diameter roller pin, and we have here some pre-bent rebar to illustrate how the rebar is bent in a traditional way. Okay, now we move back to our 22RC16D4. You'll notice that the rebar would be bent in a much wider arc. This wider arc helps spread out the rebar stress across a wider path, essentially providing much more structural integrity. Now we'll put both pieces of the bar side by side for you to see. The traditional one over here, and our RC16D4 over here. And there you have it, the HIT 22RC16D4. With its upgraded support block, expanded roller here, you're able to achieve three things. 1, a more stable cut. 2, prolong your cutting blades. And also 3, increase the structural integrity of your rebar bends. We believe that contractors who are cutting and bending rebar closer to grade 60 or 60 PSI tensile strength will find incredible value with this tool. For more information, please visit our website at hittools.com or email us at sales@hittools.com. Thank you so much for watching our video today, and we hope you have a great day.